My life's a little bit better than that. Just a little bit.
So glad.
Now I know what you're thinking. Is he the fella from the deli? Or is he the one at the petrol station? Or is he the one that delivers the poppadoms at night? No, no. I was actually born and raised in England, and I came over here about 8 years ago for work, and it was an Irish girl that kept me here, but we broke up, and I'm still here because, you know, the idea of packing, unpacking, wrestling with a new internet connection, being without porn for more than a week, wow, it's just too much. You know. So yeah. What do you think this looks like? Anyone?
Beard.
A beard? No? Here's a clue. What about this?
Snake charm.
No? I think it looks like a sperm. No? Yeah? Yeah, all the comedians are going, I'm not putting that in my mouth now. No, I think it looks like a sperm. Now, if you think about it, if this was the size of a real sperm, then the size of a testicle would be the size of Dublin City. Yes. And I know the country people are saying yes, and Dublin's a bollocks of a city anyway. But here's a thought for you. What if this was the size of a normal sperm, the size of a real sperm in a normal person? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? It'd be a bit like this, wouldn't it? Ah, the pain, stop the pain, please, stop it. Keep going, Dick. You're doing really well. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Ah, the pain, it hurts too much. Give me some painkillers, please. No, you wanted to do this naturally. Now breathe. Remember to breathe. I hate this, you bitch. I hate you. Keep going, Dick. Look, look, look. It's coming, it's coming. Oh, it's a lovely sperm. Here you go. Have your baby sperm. Thank you very much. I feel very emotional now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some male laughter. A lot of female laughter, I notice. Yeah. Sorry? Oh, yeah, so there we go. So, yeah, so when I broke up from the girlfriend, really, you know, a bit emotional, a bit sad. So I went to see my dad, and I asked my dad, I said, listen, you know, what should I have done? And he said, listen, at the first time, you know, you had any hit, you should have just packed your bags and gone. And by the way, I'll put your details in the laptop here in www.findawife.com, and this is what you can get. And I said, Dad, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for this sort of thing. He goes, shut up, son. Yes, you are. I've got grandchildren, and not the kind that need fake tan either. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It's quite interesting that are there some Irish women here? I can smell the fake tan. Yeah. Right, well, be proud, girl, yeah. It amazes me, the colour, you know, the way, the lengths that go to, the tanning lotions, the tanning booths, the gels, the mousses and all that, all to look like me. I just don't get it. And it just really confuses me. But, you know, and here's the funny thing, you had a woman, you know, comedian talking about other things. As soon as you mention things like fake tan, it's kind of like, don't go there. Don't mention it, because if you do, it's just, you're crossing the line. But I have a little song for those that wear fake tan. It goes like this. Fake tan, you don't need it for a man. You shouldn't care if everybody knows, but please remember between the toes. And the fingers, and the back of the head as well. Oh, and my dad's actually from Mauritius, and for those Irish people there, they've got a very insular sense of geography. Mauritius is just a little further south of Wexford, do you know? Yes, and you know, they often say to me, God, you know, your dad's from Mauritius, what on earth are you doing here? I used to love telling them, well, I'm taking your jobs, I'm buying your houses, and I'm shagging your women. Now it's a case of, I'm looking for work. I'm renting a box room, and I'm downloading porn. Back onto sport. You're doing very well on sport, you know. Leinster won on the weekend. Any rugby fans here? Yeah. Soccer, Ireland's not too bad on soccer either, are they? You know? Woo-hoo! Stops you guys moaning about the recession. Excellent, yeah. So, yeah, soccer and rugby, very different sports though, aren't they? You know, in rugby, someone gets kneed in the face, he puts his jaw back in and carries on. You know, in soccer, you know, someone like Ronaldo, playing for Manchester United, gets tapped on the ankle, falls down on the ground and goes, oh, ref, look what he did, ref, he scuffed me socks. That's not going to come out in a low temperature wash, not with Persil Ultra. Come on, send him off, ref, send him off. Oh, thank you. So rugby and football, very different, you know. But you know, rugby was invented by William Ellis and his fag friend Sebastian. Yeah. Yes. Now when people say fag, well, you can't mention that. Fag, legitimately, fag was used boarding schools centuries ago. These were the little kids that used to rang around and service the head boys of boarding schools. Okay, so I'm not using it in the sort of homophobic sense. All right. Not yet, anyway. So anyway, and it starts. So the guy who invented it was William Ellis and his fag friend Sebastian, and it was about 18, which was about 100 years ago, and he was bored with football. And what he said was, "Listen, Sebastian, I'm tired of this football, and I want to spice it up a bit. So what I want you to do is take the ball and run it up the field there. At which point I will grab you round the waist and I shall throw you to the ground." Oh, really, Willie? Well, that sounds awfully exciting. Then what do I do? Well, what you do, Sebastian, is you send the ball back to your friend, at which point I too will grab him round the waist and I shall throw him to the ground. You know, I'm sure he's going to enjoy it as much as I do, William. But really, how do we score? Well, what you can do is you can take the ball and kick it over the post, or you can run it through the line over there. Well, I think rather than run with the ball and get tackled, that just sounds so much more fun. Careful, Sebastian, you're English and you can't have too much fun, therefore I recommend you kick the ball as much as possible. Oh, not many rugby people know. No, England kicking football. Oh, so anyway, so coming to the end. Now, as Kieran was saying, Kieran himself was kind of organising this event, and one of the managers, Sheila, who is not here at the moment, kind of told me that I had to plug the pub a bit. But I went to see Leinster play at Leicester, the Tigers, on the weekend, so I haven't done my homework, so I'm going to have a bit of a go. And it goes about the history of the pub, and I think it goes a little like this. It goes, this is Hedigans, and it's also known as the Iron Brew. Now, for those people that don't know about the Iron Brew, I think it was a fella about 1 million years ago who, what happened is Irish, right? And there's these Europeans that were coming over to invade into Ireland. And you know, they're from, you know, the ones that wear the horns on the helmets and stuff, you know, the Italians, yeah? And no, it wasn't the Italians, it's the other ones, you know, the ones that drink all the Carlsberg, the Spanish fellas, all right. So the Spanish fellas were coming from the north, and he said, listen, not going to have any of your baguettes and your Frenchy cheesy things, thank you very much. No, it's a bit early for that. So he got in with a bunch of his other mates, and they got together and they formed a camp right here, and they kicked all these Spanish fellas off, and that's what they did, and this is why it's called like the Iron Brew. And then about 1 million years later, there's this fella called Hedigans who was from the west of Ireland. I think it's called Finglas, and he said, you know, he said, listen, you know what, you got a cemetery over there, and he knows one thing. We all know one thing. You like to drink after a cemetery, after a funeral, don't you? And what you like to do after getting drunk is have a little fight. So he thought, you know, put a pub right here, you know, bit of location going on here, and that's what he did. So, you know, and that's the formation of the pub, which he did in 18, which was about 100 years ago, and that's why you have it. Hedigans also called the Iron Brew, and he actually invented his own drink here, and it's kind of an orangey fizzy drink that he exports to the north of England, also called Australia, because that's the only other country that has less respect for oral hygiene than Irish people do. So that's the history there, and if you see the owner, if you see the owner here, his name's Michael. Say hello to him. He's a really nice guy. If you ever see him, he's kind of like a shaven head and clean shaven as well, and everything. It's kind of and carrying beer. It's kind of like a premature baby carrying bottles of beer. So if you ever see him, say hello to him. Anyway, that's me. I hope you enjoyed your night, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the acts. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. The wonderful comedy stylist of Sacha Pakkiri, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.